You know, I almost goofed up the other day. So the other day I was talking about putting my intake manifold on this truck. Let's put lifters in it first. So if I put, don't crush my cup. If I put the intake manifold on this, I can't get the lifters in. Not a smart thing. So you kind of gotta, sometimes you gotta stop and think about what you're doing. Now these are new lifters right here. They're not the ones that came in the other motor. These are actually brand new ones. These are, I guess you could consider what would everybody would say would be new old stock. So they are brand new lifters, but they're old. They've been around in a box. They're Summit brand, nothing fancy, but let's see if I can get out. They are hard and tipped, so that's a good thing. So just get all these put in. Now they're not pumped up or nothing like that. All I did was soak them in oil, so that way they're just coated in oil as I'm putting them in. And they only been sitting in there for like, I don't know, a few hours. I can't reach the back one. There we go. Messy. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the push rods in also. Then we can go ahead and get the intake manifold installed. There's an order when you're putting these motors together. Now the bad thing about doing, well, it's not a bad thing that I'm doing new lifters. It's a good thing I'm doing new lifters. But the bad thing is they have to be broke in now. So I need to order, because nobody has it local, I need break-in oil. Because when you put new lifters in, you got to run break-in oil, which is high-end zinc and additives, so you don't mess up the lifters. Now, I don't think I'm going to have an issue with that. First of all, these are older lifters, not like the new stuff that's been going out and going around and they're just crap. And they're hard and tipped, so 2 pluses. All right, well, let me go ahead, get the lifters in, the push rods in. Then I have a little bit of more cleaning to do on the intake manifold before we put it in. And I gotta get the bolts out and get those clean. So let me go ahead and jump on that, and then we'll get the intake manifold installed. So give me about a half hour. Okay, it's a little bit later, not a whole bunch. You know, you saw me put the lifters in. Push rods are in. Went through all of them, because these are the ones that came with this motor. They're stock length, all that kind of stuff. They're nice, they're good, they're clean, they're straight. I did check through all of them to make sure that there was no obstructions in them, anything like that. So those are in. Went ahead, cleaned the surface, that's good. Went ahead, cleaned the intake manifold. It's good. Now, here's where I run into a problem. I was hoping that there's intake manifold bolts, because like I said, I broke 4 of them when I was doing this motor. So here's some of them right here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them right there. There was some extra ones that I had, but they were starting to corrode around the threads, so they weren't like perfect. those ones are good. They're dirty. Now I went through all the bags of stuff back here. So valve cover stuff. There's my rocker arms. This is a bag of old head bolts that we do not reuse, so that's trash. Brackets. And then this one was oil pan bolts. So out of everything I have in here, the only bolts that I have are the ones that came off the motor that was in the Blazer. So I do not have intake manifold bolts. All right, not a big deal. So I guess we're going to have to order some. So put a pause on this motor. We're gonna cover it up. Oops. There it is. So we're just gonna have to put a pause on this for a couple days. I'm gonna get on Summit here in a few minutes and go ahead and order me intake manifold bolts. Not a big deal. So I guess it is getting late. I'm hot and sweaty. Well, we'll pick this up tomorrow and try to get into a little something else. Knock this video out to finish this video out. So I'll catch you tomorrow morning because I'm off. See you then. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm waiting on the mail. Hold on, well, let's get back. So intake manifold from yesterday. Went ahead, ordered me intake manifold bolts, Summit. They were like Moroso. They weren't too expensive. They'll be here in like 3 days, give or take. Summit's pretty usually quick. Now we are waiting on the mailman because I ordered something for the car and I'm not going to install it today because, well, I don't have everything to install it, but I'm going to go ahead and get the car washed while we're waiting on that. We're just doing the bucket method today. I mean, come on. It's not like this car is like the best paint job. But it hasn't been washed since before I raced it. And I mean, you can see the brake dust. So, needless to say, we're gonna get this thing washed. Okay, it's done, and I mean, you can already see the big difference in the wheels. Ah, super clean. Well, the mail didn't arrive yet. Guess I need to fold that out, let it dry. Woo! So much better. All right, well, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna wait for the mail to show up. Then we'll pick this video back up when the mail arrives. Okay, so it's later, got it cleaned up, all that kind of stuff. And here's what I was waiting on. This is for the Honda, so it is another MPI steering wheel. So this one is for the Honda. So my first MPI steering wheel was from Motion Raceworks, and that's in the Silverado. And here is my second MPI steering wheel, and it is from Adam LZ. And it is signed from him. horn button, all that kind of stuff. So this is going to go into the Honda because the Honda steering wheel is messed up, and well, here we go. Now we got to do one. So I need to order the adapter for the Honda that'll go from, you know, the steering to the hub to this. So I need to order that. I'll probably order that next day or two. I don't know. I gotta find one. I know they make them, so I just gotta go ahead, research, find out which one I need, and then order it. But since I'm waiting on intake manifold bolts for the Blazer, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing some other things. So I'm gonna probably work on body work for the Honda, because the Honda's hood's got a couple little rust spots and a couple things like that. So the next video we're going to be working on the Honda, cleaning the hood up, sanding it down, getting rid of some of that rust. Probably see what this looks like. We'll put it up there. I want to see the diameter, what the difference is. I don't know. But next video we'll be working on the Honda, so I'll catch you then.